Welcome to day 4 of the self-care challenge. My name is Claudia-Sam and I support driven women like you who feel overworked and stuck with where they're at in life, feeling like they've lost sense of their purpose, like they've hit rock bottom because of a burnout or of a big life-changing event. And now, although all of that, they are ready to live life with more meaning, and I support them to transition fearlessly towards their purpose while creating a fulfilling life filled with joy using my tune-in method. We will work on self-reflective questions and journaling today. I'd love for you to find a piece of paper or your journal with colored pens or just a pencil or a pen that you love to use. Grab a cushion, sit comfortably, maybe pause the video and come back to me once you have that. Once you have your pen and your journal handy. Now, this is the kind of journal I use. Actually, I have many journals, but this one is Elena Brower's Practice You Journal, and it has beautiful colorful pages in there, and I just love to open it and be like, oh, does this feel like I'd love to write in this right now? Then I do it. It's very creative and it's a really nice self-care tool for me. There's always also my dream journal. I write my dreams in there, so I have different journals for different things. For this sake of this exercise, just a paper will do as well. And then if you like journaling and you want to get more into it, then make sure you grab a journal that is precious for that you can use daily. Now, the reason for journaling is it helps you get out of your own head. And often we just have, as women, we have so many ideas, we have so many things we want to do, so many responsibilities. We're caring about everyone else than ourselves. And even if we're not mothers, if you are a mother, then you really are taking care of other people than yourself. If you're not a mother, you still have this innate flame to care for everyone else, to make sure everything else is okay, right? Does that resonate with you? Yeah. So by journaling, we're putting it down on paper, we're evacuating it. Sometimes it can also be good and efficient to talk with your friends about it, but to see it on paper, it feels like a nice release of the thought, a nice way to get out of the head and into the present moment, into your heart, feeling into what is really important for you. All right? So I have a few questions for you. Write those down. The first one, how am I feeling? And this question has 4 parts. So it's how am I feeling physically? It's how am I feeling mentally? How am I feeling emotionally? And how am I feeling spiritually? If you have a spiritual practice and you'd like to include that in there. So how am I feeling physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually? All right? So just write that question down for now. The second question, what is the main fear? What is the main fear? You can put worry instead of fear. What is the main fear or worry? Notice how I didn't use my. It's not your fear, it's not your worry. These kinds of emotions are not to be identified with us and like ours, because the more we identify with them, the more it's hard to get rid of them or to live alongside them. So what is the main fear or what is the main worry? That would be the second question. The third question, what is the trigger? What is the trigger? And as you write these questions, the idea, lady, is to not get into your head and start analyzing what this can be. It's really about understanding that there is an intuitive voice inside your body that is telling you what the answers to these questions are. I want you to hear that voice. Please practice that. What's that first nudge of information that you're getting from inside? Even if it's one word, listen to that. Write it down. Okay, so if there's anything that comes up while you're writing down the questions, please just jot them down. Jot down your answers, and then you'll be able to journal more deeply with these questions as we go. The fourth question would be, what do I have control over? What do I have control over? And this is a question that might make you feel less pressured, like the fear or the worry or any heavy emotion that you're feeling right now you might be able to detach more easily from them when you self-inquire around this question. What do I have control over? Because the reality is that we can only control how we want to feel, how we want to speak, what words we want to use. You can really choose how you want to feel, because how we respond to a situation really belongs to us, right? How other people respond to a situation belongs to them. So you can control that for yourself from within. So what do you not have control over? How can you feel a little relief with this question? Now, the other one, I don't have space on my board here, but I'm gonna tell you what the last question is. What would it take? What would it take for me to feel? What would it take for me to feel calmer and better in general? What would it take for me to feel calmer and better in general in this time of uncertainty? In this time of uncertainty. So you have 5 questions. How am I feeling physically, mentally, emotionally, spiritually? What is the main fear or worry? What is the trigger? What do I have control over? And what will it take for me to feel calmer and better in general in this time of uncertainty? And the last question is really an open-ended question that if no answers actually pour through you, I'd love for you to feel this question with arms wide open towards the sky, towards the universe, towards a positive energy force, and be like, what will it take for me to feel calmer and better in general in this time of uncertainty? Ask it to the universe. This is how we communicate with the universe. This is how we attract what we desire, when we ask for support. The universe hears, and it's like giving that nudge from inside saying, that's actually what I want. I'm choosing to be open to opportunities to feel better, to feel calmer. So what will it take? I hope that these self-reflective questions will be useful for you. I invite you to take the time that you need. If you want to set a timer for this, you can always do that, but you will pour your heart out. And if any emotion comes, remember, we worked on noticing the body sensations, the tensing up of the body when it doesn't need to be. So be aware of that at the same time. Is when you're writing out what is the trigger or what is the fear, do you feel like you're tensing up in your body? Relax. Maybe use what you've learned about the I am calm breathing and affirmation. Try to arrive in the moment in your body. And if a sensation is there, tune into it, feel into it, be with it, relax it, and keep journaling, and just welcome any emotion that comes up for you by self-reflecting with these questions. And this is, I love self-reflective questions because they take you deeper. They really do. And I'm very good at asking deep questions, especially in one-on-one coaching sessions, because then they're personalized. But for this exercise, you can start with these questions, and then if you just want to free write with anything that you have on your heart, or that you just want to talk to yourself about and just write it out, do that and see how that feels for you. Let me know how that feels for you, all right? Let me know how journaling goes, and whatever insights you've uncovered or discovered with doing this activity, also let me know. I'm here for you. I'm here to support you, and I love you. Thank you so much for joining me today. Namaste.